Once in an age, a person is born with the genes and into the environment necessary to dominate millions of others. They are like an eclipse, a sign seen by all, casting a shadow over the earth. They bind others into their service through admiration and fear. And for better or worse, we immortalize them. We still tell the story of Genghis Khan, who conquered half the globe. We admire how Napoleon Bonaparte could sleep in the middle of a battle. Nearly all of us wish we had some of the qualities of the conquerors, maybe because they just took what they wanted. In the world of Avatar, this taker isn't Aang or even Ozai. It's Azula, the girl who was born lucky. A girl with a ruthless mindset, an unforgettable voice, and firebending so powerful it burns blue. And because Avatar is a ton of fun, Azula is also a teenaged queen bee with a razor-sharp wit.
And since you can't see, I should tell you I'm rolling my eyes.
Azula is introduced as the new antagonist in the second season. She's so dangerous that when Zuko assumes that Iroh would want him to treat her like family, Iroh interrupts him.
She's crazy and she needs to go down.
Now, other videos have told Azula's full backstory or psychoanalyzed Azula. I love what they did. I will explain how Azula's ruthless behavior is actually part of what makes her so relatable, in spite of being a horrible person. And I'll get to why many of us wanted to know what happened to her after the series. Azula loves power, mostly because she's a chip off the old block. One of the ways children learn to get love is to mirror their parents' values. Ozai is a vicious narcissistic megalomaniac, so Azula naturally becomes a sweetheart too. Yeah, Azula has a mom. Ursa is actually compassionate and caring, but Azula's personality is closer to Ozai's. Moreover, Ozai is the dominant parent, and because Ozai hates compassion and humility, he makes his kids choose between mom and dad. That's a choice between being disciplined and challenged to grow, or being rewarded for being ambitious. And being a kid, Azula naturally defaults to the easier path. So the pattern is simple. Azula believes that to receive love, she must emulate her father, show no mercy, compassion, or vulnerability, and use any and all means to get what she wants. There's a catch though. Not all forms of love are equal, and Azula, like all humans, still craves real love. Ozai cannot give real love. As a narcissist, he sees Azula as a positive or negative reflection of himself. Ozai loses interest in her as he crowns himself the Phoenix King, and when Azula's friends can no longer stand her vicious selfishness, Azula stands alone, and she falls apart. Therefore, what really drives Azula to hurt other people is not, in fact, a love of power. It's the belief that power will bring her love. Azula's family dynamic is proof. They perpetuate a 4-generation cycle of disordered love. Azula's dad, Ozai, is a tyrant. Ozai's father, Azulon, was a tyrant. And Azulon's father, Sozin, was the guy who started the whole war out of a narcissistic desire to put his self-aggrandized worldview into place. But this dysfunction is not unique to royalty or to Fire Lords. It's a universal truth about why humans hurt other humans. It's that hurt people hurt people. It doesn't matter if the hurt those people inflict is coldly calculated or passionate and desperate. As Stan Dale said, all human behavior is either an act of love or a cry for love. When Azula is deprived of both power and love in the final battle, she goes into hysterics. But when Iroh said she is crazy and needs to go down, he wasn't being funny, although that line is hilarious. He was telling the truth. The only way to save Azula would be to first stop her from her course of evil, and he knew that the only way to do that would be through force. As my old man always told me, there are some people in the world who only understand a good kick in the ass. But still, a lot of us wanted to see Azula change course, because like all the main characters in Avatar, she is so much larger than life. She would be wonderful if only she would stop being horrible. And because her brother managed to redeem himself in the most epic story arc of our generation, a lot of us hoped Azula would do the same. That's why many fans read the comic series, The Search, in part to find out if Azula would redeem herself, or if her mother would reawaken her heart. In The Search, we get a deeper, darker look at Ozai's abuse, and we see Azula fall into fits of paranoia and rage, blaming her missing mother for her downfall at every opportunity. Azula's problem with her mom is, in part, about abandonment. Some part of Azula knew that Ursa's love was real love, but first they butted heads, and then her mom disappeared. So when Azula needed real parental guidance, she had nobody. When Azula blames her mom for her downfall in The Search, it's a kind of projection, much like what Zuko did when he yelled at Iroh in the prison. Zuko didn't understand that Iroh could not simultaneously love him and encourage him to become a tyrant. And the same goes for Azula. Some part of her heart wanted somebody to say, stop. But at its end, the Search comic confronts another hard reality about life. Some people refuse to change. They won't confront what hurts. The fear of pain owns them. Azula is so adamant that she attempts to kill her own mother. Ursa gave up her memories to the Mother of Faces, so she doesn't recognize Azula, but she still recognizes that Azula is broken inside, and says that her mother should have loved her better. Azula is touched to the point of tears, but she still doesn't change. Throughout Avatar, Azula sees herself as the rightful empress of the world, better than everyone. And it's all a front. She may be able to throw lightning, but on the inside she's a girl no different than you and me, a girl seeking love. It's sad to think that the same was true of Genghis Khan, who was just an innocent child born with a special genius into one of humanity's most ruthless environments. So much suffering can come from a single person who is simply missing love. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Should I lighten up already and focus on something more fun? If you like this, please subscribe. If you really like it, please share it.